Hey folks, this is Vint with Dad's Gaming Addiction, and today we're going to quickly check out ToughTimes. This is a card game for 2 to 4 players. It's for ages 12 and up, and the average play time is 15 to 45 minutes. You can find this game on the Game Crafter. I'll put a link in the below description, though at this point in time the developer has listed this as not for sale, so I do not know what the price is actually going to be. The purpose of this particular video is just going to give you a quick overview of the components and what everything looks like. I do have a written review out there, so this is going to sort of complement that written review. So I'm not going to like rehash everything that's in my review, but I do want to show you some of the things so that you can see what the cards look like, what the game typically would involve, and so on. So here's a quick look at the box insert. It's just, well, a box. It did come with some baggies, which is cool. There's a bag of gold. There's gold nuggets and gold bars. I pulled a sampling here, so you can see that. So there's the bars. The bars are worth 5, and the nuggets are worth 1. Those are pretty cool. There is a die that comes with the game, and its values are 1, 2, and 3. And that'll be rolled throughout the game as needed. You've got various decks in this game. You've got this lucky draw deck, and as you can see, it encompasses a lot of different kinds of cards. Rather than pick through those, I actually took out a sampling so that you can see the different kind of cards that are possibly here. So these are all lucky draw cards here, and they come in different colors. So these green cards, for example, the Thief, take 1 goods or 5 gold from the general store. Or take 1 protect or 2 goods or 10 gold. This packing iron cancels bandits and captured, increases power of bandits and thief. You've got this captured card here and the saloon time machine. So these are cards that will give you various abilities throughout the game. You've also got these purple cards, and purple cards are typically like goods. You'll be able to purchase them from the general store, but you can also find them in this lucky draw deck. So you've got food, which is used to prevent famine. You've got this fur coat, which is used to prevent blizzard, and snake oil used to heal family sick and horse hurt. That again, this is just a sampling. There may be some other cards in here that are of the same color, but I want to show you what that looks like. There's also this Frontier Life deck, which includes these orange cards, and these are like action cards that you'll be playing to help you in various ways. And again, I went ahead and pulled a sampling. So for example, there's Town News and Gold News, and I'll come back to these because they sort of work in conjunction with Jobs of the West and Invest in Gold here. So I'm just going to put these down here for the moment. You've got Blizzard, all players lose 5 gold or must use a fur coat, which ties back to the good that I was talking about over here. There's a shootout. These various action cards will have little symbols on them. That means targets all players. Some will target yourself or just one other player, and so on. So you'll be rolling dice to see, you know, who wins the shootout. Family sick, player may pay you 5 gold or use snake oil. Again, the snake oil card is down here. It's a type of good that you can buy. By the way, these goods have a buy and sell value, so you'll be able to buy and sell goods to the general store, which I'll get to in a little bit. Wagon repair, family sick, shootout, and so on. So these are action cards that you can find in the Frontier Life deck to help you out in various ways. The goal of the game is to create a combination of cards out in front of you. You need 1 Job of the West, you need 1 family card, 1 shack card, 1 horse and wagon card, and a total of 10 gold. You also start the game with 1 of these Invest in Gold cards. What you're going to be doing throughout the game optionally is adding gold to this card or nuggets or whatever, and that will either be lost or paid out in more to you as these other cards come up, these Town News and Gold News. There's also this Jobs of the West. Players will have a profession, merchant for example, but there are some other ones out here. Here we go. Jobs of the West. So there's blacksmith, farmer, and so on. And this one here, outlaw. These jobs will pay out, again, with in conjunction with these cards. So Town News relates to your professions, Jobs of the West. Blacksmith pays gold. All other jobs collect gold. Okay, and then gold news, used with invest in gold. So that's related to this invest in gold card here. Every player starts with one of these cards. If you roll a 1, you lose the amount. Roll 2, don't lose or collect. Roll 3, collect triple. So it's sort of like playing the stock market there. Same thing with the jobs. You never know, these Frontier Life cards, you don't know what's going to come up out of this deck. You don't know what people are going to play, so sometimes certain professions will pay out, others won't, and so on. So these are like random stock market-y kind of cards. And the typical rules aren't all that difficult. The rulebook here is, I want to say, there's no page numbers on the bottom, there should be, but there's roughly, I want to say, 5 or 6 pages worth here. The rulebook will tell you how to set everything up, what the different kinds of cards are. Again, we've got our jobs, invest in gold, we've got our protect cards. These are the cards that we're trying to create in front of us in order to win the game. There's goods, frontier life, and secret stash. At the end of the game, whenever a player has created all of everything that they need to create their set, every other player will have every chance to play cards to disrupt that set, and that's where those green cards come into play. That's where the secret stash comes into play. So you can sort of try and sabotage the winning player before he has a chance to win so that the game can continue playing. There is a quick outline of how a typical turn plays out here. There's a little bit of dice rolling involved when it comes to drawing cards. You're going to be buying and selling goods from the general store. The general store starts with the basic stuff, like you've got food, horse and wagon, hammer, snake oil, canteen, fur coat, and shack. These are just starter cards, but again, there are more types of those cards in the deck here. So there's a horse and wagon that we saw in the general store. As you sell cards from your supply to the general store, it'll be made available to everyone to purchase in the future. So it looks like the general store is limited in the beginning, but as players start selling things as needed, more cards will actually seed the general store for other players to purchase. So you can see there's a lot of different cards here. The quality of them is very good, as you can see. They're very easy to shuffle and they don't bend easily, which is nice. If you guys want to see what I thought about the game and want to read my thoughts on it, check out my official website, www.dadsgamingaddiction.com. I have a pretty lengthy review there, my opinions on the game, and links to the actual store page. But for your convenience, I'll put links to the store page as well in the below description. ToughTimes. If you guys haven't already, subscribe to me on Twitch and YouTube. That way you can stay up to date with any new content I'm going to publish. This is Vince. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.